Hello guys, welcome to this new tutorial about how to create an audio spectrum for a Brazilian funk, Phonk music, but also for a trap, techno, trance music. These kind of songs are very powerful and they need a properly audio spectrum. So, sorry in advance for my English, but I'm sure that you are going to understand what I'm going to explain here. So let's see what we have here. We have the background that we'll put in our project. We have the logo. I use two logos and then later you will see why. Then we have the track. In this case, this is my new music production. And then we have also a video to put like a background, but we will talk about that later. So let's start with create a new project and then let's create a position. We will call it audio spectrum. The resolution have to be 1920 and 1080. About the duration, I choose 4 minutes. Usually I choose a value more high because I can use again the same project with another song. I just go to replace track and the background and everything is already ready for the next project. So now let's go to take the background and the music and let's put it in our project, in our composition. So now I select the background and I going to scale. I will put little bit more big because with the effect that we use later we need to have this kind of sides. Now I'm going to create a mask. But before to create the mask, we have to create a black solid. So let's go to the composition, click new, solid, and we will rename it as a circle. Remember the resolution have to be the same of the project. Now I go to the ellipse, Ctrl Shift, click in the center of the image and you will create your circle. Now go to effect and let's text audio spectrum and let's put it in our solid. So now about the end frequency 150, frequency bands 2000, maximum height 360, audio duration 100, thickness 5, softness 0. I will choose the color white for both inside and outside. Then the audio layer connect to the audio track, and now you can see we have it. But about the path, we will choose mask 1. And about the side option, only side B. Now let's go to our composition where is written mask, and I will choose none. Now we have our audio spectrum, but we have still some problem here about the frequency band. So let's go to effect and select mirror. Let's put it in our solid. I will not change anything here, just in reflection center let's put 960. But our frequency is still white. For make it black is impossible by inside color and outside color. I don't know why, but it's impossible. So let's go to effect and let's choose invert. Even if you will try to change the color here, the color will still be white. So the only way that we have is use that. Let's put invert in our circle solid, and now we have the frequency band in black color. Now we are going to duplicate our solid, and we are going to select the second one. Now we can change the color. In my case, I will change in fuchsia. And now let's see, maximum height, yeah, let's change it in 800. And then for create the blur effect, just go to effect and select blur. I go to select camera lens blur. I will put it in my solid, the second one, remember that. And now let's go to change just the blur radius from 5 to 100, and now we have our blur. Let's just change our color, so deselect the invert, so you will have the color that you want. Now let's duplicate again the black solid. Let's turn off mirror, invert and audio spectrum, and now from here I go to mask. Let's select from none to add, and now we have everything black here. So what we are going to do is going to duplicate again our black solid. The first one is okay. Let's go to effect and let's text SABER. If you don't have SABER, I will put the link in the description. Let's take it and put in our first solid. So now let's go to customize core, and so core type we are going to select layer mask. So now we have our circle. Now I go to core softness and 25, in alloy intensity 195, alloy size 170, and then let's go to preset, select. You can choose the effect that you want. In my case I will choose the energy. Yeah, that's one. And here you can change also the color. In my case, with my background, the blue is the best. So if you want to take off everything, the black around the circle, let's go to the composition, what is the our solid. In mode, just choose screen, and now how the spectrum is much better. But we still need to put the logo in the center. So let's go to the next step, and let's go to take your logo. But before, let's create the new composition. For that, the resolution has to be the same, and we will call it logo. Now let's go to take our logo. No, the title later, so just let's take this one. Yes. Now new composition, let's rename in reflection. In this composition we are just going to create a new solid, and we will rename as a fractal. Okay, now let's go to effect, fractal. Remember to take fractal noise, and let's put it in our solid. Now as a fractal type, let's select turbulent smooth, contrast 1 to 5, and click in transform, enable uniform scale, deselect, and scale height 10,000, scale width 120, complexity only 2. Yes. Now what you are going to do is create an animation in motion about our effect. So let's go to offset turbulence here and click in the clock. Now for create the movement here, because the movement have to have the duration about all the song, so let's go to the end of the song, and in offset turbulence let's change the automation in 20,000. I choose 20,000 because my project is around 4 minutes, but you see now we have a very simple movement that is perfect for what we need. So now let's go to project. No, let's go to effect. Let's go and text displays, and we have, yes, turbulent displays. That's one. Let's take it and put in a fractal solid. So here let's change the size from 100 to 350, amount 70, and let's go to project again, new composition, and we will call it logo edges. Okay, now I will put here the logo composition. I I do that because my logo is white, so I go invert again and I will put in the logo. Now what I'm going to do here is just change the color from black to gray, so just let's text here 50 and we will have the gray text. Now from here what we need to do is go to effect and let's search fill. I will put fill in the same composition and now we'll change the color here again in black. Now go back in the composition, duplicate our logo. In the first one I will change the color in white. Now let's go to effect again and let's find simple. What we need is a simple choker. Let's put in our effect in the first one. And now what we need to do here, before of all, let's just take the transparency, toggle transparency, so we can see better what we are going to do. I use that when I have the something like text black and the background black, so now you can see better what you are going to do. Now what I'm going to do now is change the chalk matte from 0 to 5. Yes, and now let's go again in our composition. Let's create an adjustment layer. I will rename it as blur. Now go to effect again and text fast box. Take the first one and put inside adjustment layer. Now from here let's just change the blur radius from 0 to 3. Now let's go to create a new composition and I will call it sheen. Here we are going to choose the logo edge inside and I need to hide it. Then I will choose the reflection up to the logo edge and I will choose also the logo, and here in reflection in a track matte that is next to mode I will select alpha matte. Yeah. So let's go again to effect and let's type CC glass. Let's take the first one and let's put inside our reflection. In surface I will change here in bump map from reflection to logo edge. Property have to be lightness, softness 5, height 70, displacement minus 200. Now in light type point light. Let's go again in effect CC BL and you will see the first one is blobby lights and I will put in reflection. So from here in blobbiness, let's connect this in logo edge. Yes, in softness I will change in 2.5, cutway 0. Now let's go to project, create a new composition, and I will rename as logo main. Here I will put inside our sheen. Let's go to effect and lex text, lex type curves, and with this I can change the color about our reflection. In my case I will choose the blue. I will increase little bit, yeah, just little bit, depend from the color of your background or the color that you prefer. Now let's go back in project, audio spectrum, and in my case I go to take the logo main and also the tetra, because I have two logo, and I will put it in the second place down to the first solid. So let's create, okay, in my case I just need to create the mask for my first logo, and about the second logo, the text, I will scale and I will put in 34. In my case if 34, in your case will be different. So now let's go to our main composition that we call it audio spectrum. Let's go to find our mp3 file, our song. Let's find keyframe assistant and convert audio to keyframes. So now we create an audio amplitude. What we are going to do now is take our audio amplitude down, right click and new adjustment layer here. Yes. Now let's go again to effect and let's type CC radial. What we are going to choose here is CC radial scale Y, and I will put it in an adjustment layer. Now from here hold Alt, left click with the mouse. Let's open audio amplitude, delete the left and the right channel. Now click in both channel and we will see slider. What we are going to do now is in our expression in down to completion, and from here we just need to connect the expression completion to our slider in audio amplitude. Now here in our expression in the hand we will choose divided 2. Now for give to this, now you see that we have the black hole around our circle. Now from here let's choose our background. Let's go to effect. Let's type 6C radial again, but we will choose 6C radial fast blur. In amount I will choose 0. Now halt again, hold alt and left click with the mouse. Now in our expression I will go again here and I will connect to the slider in audio amplitude. In this expression at the beginning I will text 0 plus at the end plus 10. So now we have the blur effect connected to the audio amplitude of the song. Now if we want to create something even more particular, more different, more professional, something like to have a animated background like that, I will just show to you what I did. You see, it looks completely different. I create this video with a clean high, but I can't include the tutorial here because this video is already very big. As you can see, it looks much better. So if you want that I create a new tutorial about how to create an animation from just an image with a clean eye, just text it in a comment and I will do a new tutorial. Thank you guys for watching this video. If it was helpful, put a like, subscribe and see you in next video. Ciao!